In this video, I'm gonna give you everything you need to know in order to be successful in solar. Coming up. All right, guys, thank you so much for tuning in once again to another solar video on the channel. My name is Ivan, and I own a marketing agency that specializes in solar growth and solar sales. So if you are interested in growing the company, you can check out the first link in the description box. All right, that's as much selling as I'm going to do in this video. I want to be giving you value. And on that note, if you do receive value from any of these videos, please do me a favor and give us a thumbs up, all right? Give us a thumbs up. That will help us all grow, okay? And more people will get to see this stuff, all right? And we'll be able to help. So make sure you reciprocate, okay? If you give value, make sure you get it back. You give back, all right? Now, if you don't receive any value, then obviously don't share it, don't like it, don't subscribe to the channel, don't do anything, and I'm sorry for wasting your time. But if it's otherwise, please go the extra mile and do that. I highly appreciate you doing that. All right, so without further ado, I want to give you everything you need to know in order to be successful in solar. Why? Because I want everyone to be successful. Because solar is that type of industry. You could be successful in a very short period of time. Because the most crucial thing about solar is that it sells itself. You're removing a massive burden for people, which is their utility bill, their electricity bill, and you're replacing that with a lower monthly payment. That's the premise of solar. But a lot of people are still in the industry or wondering, maybe they're on the verge of jumping into the industry, but don't really understand the ins and outs. So in this video, I'm gonna give you everything. So make sure you watch it all the way through, okay? So the very first thing you need to do is right now, if you're thinking about joining a solar sales organization, okay, or you're doing this, meaning you're thinking about working for a company, or you're already working for a solar sales company, you need to quit, okay? You need to quit. I know that sounds strange as far as like, hey, but I thought you were going to talk about what's going to make me successful in solar. Yes, that is why you need to quit. Because what happens is a lot of times these people won't explain to you, okay? And there's obviously times where you can benefit from joining an organization like that, which I don't want to diss entirely everything that they're doing. They are providing value for people that are starting out. And there are some organizations that have structured it in the way to where you're getting residual income and stuff like that, but it's still peanuts in comparison to what you should be making, all right? Which is the premise of solar. Make huge amounts of money and save the planet, help people lower their utility bills and provide a lot of value, okay? That's the premise of why everyone would be in solar in the first place, all right? But the first thing you need to do is quit, because most of these solar sales organizations, without you knowing, they are killing your margins. And what I mean by that is, if instead of getting a 6, 7, 8, 10 grand payout, you're getting maybe 2 or 3 grand. And you can't grow a business like that, or it'll be very difficult to grow a business like that. Some people don't even get that, which is absolute peanuts in comparison to what you should be doing if you're in solar. Because right now, we live in the solar golden age. You could see they keep making more and more cars that are electric, and everything else is going towards that. So next thing it's going to become very, very sexy to have solar panels on your roof and charge your car that way overnight, and then don't use gas power, and everything is going in that direction. Some states have even passed a law where new builds, it's mandatory for new builds to have solar, otherwise they wouldn't be able to build a new home, okay? So everything right now is in your favor if you're thinking about joining solar, or if you are in solar already. But the first thing you need to do is you need to quit, because why? You need to make as much money as possible, okay? The second thing you need to do once you quit is you need to find, okay, you need to find how you're gonna source leads, because that will be the lifeblood of your business. Because what's happening right here is in the solar sales organization, they're already feeding you with leads. That's why you're getting a lot of your paid commissions cut, because that is going towards, you know, the company that's feeding you with leads and appointments, okay? In the second, over here, when you're working for yourself, you need to find how you're gonna source the leads yourself, which is not that difficult. You know, you're gonna be getting a lot more of a payout. And look, if you're, a disclaimer right here, like if you are satisfied with, you know, making 10 grand or less or whatever, right? And you're selling solar and you're making 2 grand a deal or 1 grand or 3 grand and you're okay with that, that's fine. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about people who want to grow and want to make massive amounts of money, right? And so you will need to be able to source your leads. That's what we specialize in. So we actually help people that want to grow their solar businesses exactly step-by-step strategize how they're going to get from point A to point B. So I highly encourage you to click the link in the description box. It'll be the first link in the description. Schedule a call with myself or somebody on my team, and we'll actually walk you through exactly how we're going to do that for you. All right? Now, the second thing, and why you need leads, because that's the lifeblood of your business. If you don't have leads, you don't have appointments, you don't have sales, right? That's obviously, and that's not that difficult, right? When you start working with somebody like us, we get you leads right away. I mean, in the first 48 hours. You don't have to wait, okay? So it's not that difficult. The third thing you need to make sure you have is you need to make sure you have a red line. If you don't understand what red line is, okay, for the new guys watching this, don't worry, I have made a video about this. So either here or here, you can click and go and watch the video explaining what a red line is. Basically, that's your baseline for what the solar panels and the install will cost, okay? And after that, everything on top of that is pretty much profit. So you need to find a red line. We can actually help you with the red line. So again, if you're wondering about these two things, make sure you schedule a call down below. We'll explain everything, so you don't need to go out and do research and, you know, and ask other people and whatnot, right? I'll explain everything in very much detail, exactly how to get you leads and how to get you a red line. We can actually give you a red line too, right? You need to make sure you have a red line, and that's in multiple states, not just in one state, because that gives you the ability to sell outside of where you are right now, okay? And that's very important, okay? I've talked about this in other videos, so I don't want to talk about it too much, but red lines is the next thing you need to worry about. Then once you have a red line, you need to make sure you know how to sell, okay? You need to make sure that you have a process that you can, so selling and follow up. What I will follow up, it is a part of selling. So I would say that's one, but you need to know how to sell, okay? So you need to make sure that you know how to sell, and you have scripts, you know how to schedule appointments, you know how to follow up with people, how to get their interest and all that good stuff. But in the sense, that's everything that you need, okay? But here you need to make sure that you can sell from a distance. Very important too, okay? That you're not confined to where you are right now, because you might live in Louisiana or some other state or whatever, right? In a state that is not good for, or it's not flourishing yet, right, in solar. There's other states right now that are booming that we can help you with. We can help you find out what these states are. We can tell you what these states are, and you can start selling there literally almost instantly. So those are the 4 things. To sum it up, guys, very simple. I've already made videos about these all. in different videos, so go ahead and check some of the videos on the channel. Those are very, very sort of like down to the point and very informative videos. So I've tried my best to not waste any time doing them and explain as much as I can. So first thing is quitting. If you are working for a solar sales organization or you're thinking about working, just quit, okay? Quit thinking about it. If you're already doing it, quit. You need to quit, all right? Second thing is leads. You need to find out how to get your leads, and that we can help you out with. Just schedule a call down below. Red line, same thing. We can get you a red line, and you need to make sure that, by the way, you don't need to get the red line from us. If you have another source that you could trust, that you know you're gonna get paid on time, you know they're not gonna screw up on, they're not gonna screw you up on having a bunch of adders and this, that, and the other, right? Promising the world and then really nothing comes to fruition, or it's not the same as what they promised, right? You need to get a red line. You don't have to get it from us, but we can get you a pretty competitive red line that's gonna be a killer, okay? So those two things. And then fourth is you need to know how to sell, follow up, and close, okay? You need to know how to sell, all right? So those are the four things. I hope this was of value to you. Honestly, this is everything you need to be successful in solar sales. If you are thinking about joining, or if you are already doing it, guaranteed you could absolutely make it happen. I mean, I've had all kinds of people join our program and absolutely crush it. So it doesn't matter where you come from, the color of your skin, it doesn't matter. Anybody could do it. If you're not opposed to talking to people, which is most people, right? You can win at this game called solar. So I highly recommend you to schedule a call down below. If you haven't subscribed yet to the channel, make sure you do by clicking the link down below. And if you enjoyed this video, give it a like. If you don't, okay? And so until next time, keep being awesome. Let's sell more solar, and I'll see you again on the next one. Take care.